What's going on, everyone? So I'm waiting for Boosted Greg to come up here. He literally just picked up a brand new white on Fox red M3. I swear, me and him just can't get away from the ownership of BMW M3s. We actually originally met back in Columbus, Ohio, in the M3 scene. We both had M3s then and fell in love with those cars and became good buddies. And then we went separate ways, reconvened back in Texas, and had M3s as well during that period. He sold his old one, bought a 01, and then bought an M3. So long story short, he's on his way up because we're addicted to modding, and his car sounds so incredibly quiet. When he gets here, I'm gonna have him rev it just so you can hear how quiet a stock S65 V8 M3 is. Good gracious, exhaust does a wonderful thing for the car, and I forgot just how stupidly loud my car is after hearing how quiet his is. But when he gets here, I'm gonna show you his exhaust, and then we're actually gonna put a new one on. And secret, I really don't enjoy putting on exhaust on the M3. I've done it so many times as I switched my exhaust, and I'm really not looking forward to jacking it up, climbing on there, working with rusted bolts, getting it off, trying to get it all reconnected properly from being just jacked. I wish we could just raise it up and then work from standing. But anyways, I promise I'd help him out, so he's on his way. So when he gets here, we'll get started. World's quietest M3 in North America is right here. I promise you. I don't know how anyone is driving a stock M3.
Alright.
Hey man.
I might be an hour late, but
you know we're gonna bake, right?
I got chicken sandwiches.
Oh, but they're not from Popeyes! Oh.
What's going on?
So how do you do it, man? How do you do it?
What?
How do you drive a V4 M3?
Oh yeah, man. This is the new V6 swap E92 M3. It's honestly just a 328i with a body kit.
Sounds like it. Sounds like it. So we got a white on black action going on here.
Yin Yang twins.
We got some salt and pepper.
Ying.
I don't know any other black and white combos.
I do.
Me and Greg. Oh my god. God, guys, I gotta get real close. Did you rev it?
That's all it's got.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That thing needs a lot of love. So, his car needs more loud, definitely a new exhaust, has the infamous valve leak. My car has a dead battery, probably flat tires. M3 life, guys. Get rid of them now. Abort mission. And we're gonna melt out here because he decided to be late.
It's hot as shit.
So I was so excited about Greg coming, Boosted Greg for that matter, coming with his brand new project M3 that I forgot to also mention. Today I'm going to be doing a DIY headlight bulb switch in the Lotus Evora 400. When I bought the car, I didn't actually check, as it's not something I typically check for, having colored bulbs. It had purple-like tinted bulbs in the car, and I wanted to kind of get a blue-white hue LED-like bulb or a pure white. So I ended up going with a blue-white bulb. And excuse me, Jesus! Can't you tell I'm trying to film? Cough later. But I'm going to be installing that today. It's a pretty simple DIY from what I've been told. However, it's there's not really anything out there to really tell you how to do it. So just a little bit of trial and error. So for those that don't know, this is the bulb that goes in the Lotus Evora. It is a D1S bulb, I believe 35 watts. And yeah, you know, you can get them all over Amazon, AutoZone, your local store. You can tell that this had a, there we go, a little better quality there. You can tell this was a purple bulb from the filament. And yeah, pretty straightforward. So there's all kinds of brands out there. I just went with this DMEX genuine parts bulb.
It was pretty cheap, to be honest. I think I spent like $10. You can buy all types of different bulbs. I saw there's some that range up to $75. I really just wanted to make sure this was the right type of bulb.
Okay guys, so it's really not that bad. It's actually easier to take the wheel off because you gotta pull this back, and then as you can see, you just plug this back in, slide that in, clamp that closed, and there's a little rubber lid you put on and then you just screw it back on. So easy DIY. I'm glad I can finally have regular bulbs. We're gonna test it first to make sure the bulb turns on, it's the right color and everything like that, but I finally am getting rid of those purple bulbs. Ready? So you can see they used to be purple and now they're like a blue-white. So a little more OEM, a little brighter. Definitely will get some more light, won't look as awkward.
So yeah, like I said, it's a pretty simple DIY. Don't even need screws to even get into the wheel well. They're just twist off bolts that you take off. What I learned doing the second one is you actually can access the wheel well and into the light bulb section, just raising the car up so that the wheel will drop and you have enough room to go in there. So the first time I took off the wheel, the second time I didn't take off the wheel, and I was able to access it and figure out how to take out the bulb, put the new bulb in. I think taking off the wheel the first time was so that I could really understand exactly what I was trying to do. Once I understood that, I'll never need to take the wheels off again to change the bulbs for this car. So pretty simple. Once again, a D1S bulb, 35 watt, pick your color, and you can change the bulbs to the Lotus Evora. It's pretty simple. I'm glad that they were smart enough to put the access through the bulbs for the wheel well. I almost thought I would have had to take off the whole clam and they missed the mark there, but Lotus has us covered and makes it simple for us. So that's pretty good there. So I figured I'll try to do a bad attempt at showing the lights. You can tell that the bulbs are a little bit bluer than the white LEDs here, which has a little more of a yellow hue. So I'll probably end up getting a more yellow hue tint bulb. But for now, it kind of resembles more of the LED pure white with that little bit of tint of blue, as you can see as it starts to adjust, and it has a little bit more of a white look to it, but not nearly the same color as this. If you're really about matching the color of this right here, then you want to get one that's a little more with a yellow tint in the bulb.
So today we're gonna try and put an Eisenmann Race Exhaust on. I've actually never heard
on your back.
an Eisenmann.
You're supposed to be
I've
on
never
your
heard
back.
an Eisenmann Race Exhaust before, so it'll be fun. We're gonna do an X pipe the next time, just so we can hear the before and after between stock, Eisenmann Race, and then an X pipe.
That shit is rusted as hell, isn't it?
I can tell that when it's twisted.
Yeah, this one is.
Somebody over torqued this shit. The problem is, I think it's just spinning in its place.
Even worse.
That's good.
Well, just spin it some more for the camera.
Okay.
Spin for the camera, baby.
Oh yeah.
Is it? Yep.
That doesn't sound good at all.
Nope, you're making progress. I think.
Oh yeah, it's loosening up.
Yeah.
Very slowly.
Try hitting it with the gun.
You have no idea how hard I'm yanking this. Dude, this bolt is kind of stripped.
He's in here the opposite way, totally looking like a noob, trying to take out rusted bolts. It's not working out for him. We might be stock boys still today. Like, those bolts are on there like the apocalypse. So guys, if you buy a car and you're gonna do mods, don't buy a car from North. Like, why would you get a rusted car?
Don't be like this.
Imagine, if this car was from Florida, we would already be done. The bolts would just, those things would come off like hot butter. Now we're over here messing with, like,
Don't be like Greg.
rusted bolts.
Cheap.
All right, let's see what you got.
I don't have a lot.
We have 2 rusted bolts, and we got our man right here. Boosted Greg, about to get it down.
Where's the thing at?
What's up?
Where's the thing at?
Right there.
Where?
The big tool, the big hand, big boy.
To the right.
Right here. And that, yeah, and then that one right next to it.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Alrighty. I'll give him about an hour before he quits. That's the look of a sad man.
That's an understatement.
So guys, there's 2 or 3 valuable lessons learned today. Lesson number 1, don't try and work on a car in point blank broad daylight in Texas summers, because it is really hot. Second thing, don't buy a car from up north because they will be rusty. And third thing, check bolts before you start getting involved, because you'll notice there'll be some rusted bolts, and then all the work you did up to that point, you basically got to go back and redo. Not that that's a lot of work to do, but there is defeat that happened today. This is the second time we tried to do the exhaust. First time actually really attempting. So hopefully third time's the charm, and you live and you learn.